Previously on Describe Your Kill.
Nearly had us worried a bit there. A good show, all.
These demons have been pestering us for many weeks. We have taken them down, not just them, but their leader.
I think I can still trace the path. We should make haste and get to your camp as quickly as possible. The sun is going down.
As you're kind of scrabbling around in the pockets, you feel the edge of a card.
Aaron's heart stops.
And dies.
No.
This card is called The Big Sky.
You come to the shrine of Balamdar.
In the Mwangi Expanse.
Oh.
Our adventure continues now. It is guarded by a cloud dragon named Sedisarax. Hello everyone, it is officially 2024. Happy New Year. Welcome back to Describe Your Kill. Thank you to everyone who is listening. If you have not left us a review, then take the 2 minutes to go on your favourite podcast platform and leave us a review. Come on, really helps us out. We've got so much more to come for you this year. I'm super excited, as I say, pretty much every week. But thank you for sticking with us. And just a couple of housekeeping points. Despite my numerous references to this being episode 13, it is in fact episode 14. And there's a little bit of admin around Jason, who has been caught out yet again cheating. So for his crafting last week, when he crafted his +2 armor potency rune, he didn't have the magical crafting feat, but I did allow him to retcon that. So when we mention that, now you know Jason is a dirty cheat. Much love, everyone. Enjoy episode 14 of the Describe Your Kill, The Death of Destiny podcast. Thank you. It might be unlucky for some, but not for the Stolen Fate Adventure Path crew. It's episode 13! All right there, Chris. Too much froth.
Went too hard too soon there, didn't you, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These middle-aged bodies can't cope with this level of excitement on a Wednesday night. Good evening, gentlemen. How are we?
Most excitement in the week. Absolutely fine. Thank you very much.
Good. Good session last week.
Very exciting.
For some,
lots of another mystery uncovered.
And our first foray into downtime and
the most exciting part of
retraining.
the system.
Yes. Thank you, Kimone. Positive vibes only. In 2024 now, you can leave all that behind. Let it go. We had a session last week, and by now the audience will have heard that session and what the crew were up to during the downtime, including Jason's flagrant disregard of the rules again. I'm sure that's been mentioned. I will continue to bring it up.
I was going to say, you've been waiting for this one for a while, haven't you?
Everyone has to get their turn, man.
Jason tried to head it off by sort of owning up to it, and he's thinking, right, if I can own up to it, then it won't be brought up live on air in front of millions of people. But no, I've kept it in the bag.
Absolutely, yeah.
Millions.
Millions, yeah.
And
millions and millions. It is January 2024. I actually think we are in week 2, but
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, first of all.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hope everyone has had a wonderful Christmas and New Year's break. I wanted just to talk a little bit about resolutions. It's the time for resolutions. Some people love them, some hate them. Has anyone got any resolutions that they are at least aiming towards making and breaking? Kimone?
It's
Chris can start us off.
Not anymore.
it's lifestyle change, actually. I'm not going to suck at playing Pathfinder. There you go.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
You've set yourself
I'm
up.
not sure about that one.
You've set yourself up for tonight's episode then. Right, bear that in mind, everyone.
Sorry, not cheat. Not cheating.
That's even harder.
Right, everyone bear in mind that Malachi said he's not going to suck at Pathfinder. Let's see how long that lasts. Kimone, are New Year's resolutions a thing in Germany?
I don't believe in those. All I'm wishing for this year is that you'll make less fun of me for being German.
I didn't make
That's even
fun
harder
of
than
you.
Chris's.
So you don't believe in them?
I don't think they ever work out, so I just don't make them.
Yep.
Lifestyle change, isn't it? Lifestyle change.
At least you haven't broken any then, I guess. If you don't make
Yeah,
any.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
I can't say I failed mine if I didn't set a goal.
Jason, what about you?
What, resolutions?
Yeah.
I have always been a fan of 640 by 480. I think it carries a certain
Get out.
retro charm.
It's a minus 1 point, hero point.
Am I too young to understand that joke?
Fuck
Yeah,
me,
maybe.
you are.
Come on.
Yeah,
I didn't get it
genuinely
either.
are. Yeah.
Some people are laughing. Someone
Yeah,
somewhere
somewhere.
is pissing
Yeah.
themselves.
All the grey hairs.
Yeah, I'm like Kimon, is I don't need it to be a new year to promise I'm going to do something and forget it anyway. I can do that at any time of the year. There's nothing special about January for me.
What about you, Matty?
My New Year's resolution is that in 2024, I'm going to be a maximalist, which basically is the opposite of a minimalist and means that I'm going to decorate my house.
Oh,
Decorate it like Lupin's bedroom.
Exactly that. I was actually deeply inspired by the many different sways and colours and throws and all of that sort of thing. So, yeah, that's what I'm aiming for.
it's funny how Jason can say Elton John's bedroom, and I think everyone's got exactly the same picture in their mind instantly. So, Matty, that leads me to believe that you're living in some kind of barren, sort of prison ward, abandoned cottage or something.
You're in Manchester, aren't you?
Oh yeah,
Close enough. Close
low
enough.
blow.
No.
Low blow.
Yeah, but he's gonna hang up a few colorful posters, so it's fine.
I'm gonna, all of Malachi.
All of Malachi.
Yeah, no, I've just got a lot of, I've got a lot of projects that have been started, and I just want to have a concerted effort, and by the end of the year, have the house kind of at least painted, all over. Even if not every job is done, but I'm just feeling a little bit more lived in,
Oh, maybe we can post some of them on the socials. Matty's strive to maximum.
Matty's
the
DIY
road.
minute, yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of sidecast activity that the fans are crying out for.
I think it is. Yeah.
D20 it yourself, yeah.
Also, that's the most achievable goal anyone's set today.
Boo.
I think the question is, though, are you going to have a bifolding doors of Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen?
Yeah, you know what? We were just talking
deep
about
cut.
Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen before we started recording, and I was
Were we?
thinking, no, you were off doing
Oh,
something.
okay.
And I think he can stay in the annals of history where he belongs.
If you're still listening and you don't know who Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen is, do Google him. He's a very.
Yeah, let me Google that for you.
That is
very
quite a
Austin.
Lupin type. Quite a
He
Lupin
actually, you know
character.
what? Yeah, if you look at Lupin's character art, it's not a million
Yeah.
miles away.
How do you spell that guy? How do you spell him? I want to Google him now.
Fuck knows. There's a lot of letters.
Probably somewhere between Lupin and Malachi, actually, isn't he? Yeah.
I'm gonna post it into the chat.
Yeah, okay.
1 second.
Let's all have a look at Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen.
That's homework for everyone.
I imagine he's
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
mind. He's probably the same age as he was 20 years ago, but he probably looks way older now.
He has a kind of
Yeah.
just posted. Oh,
Much like when I look in the mirror, I still sort of surprised. Like,
Oh yeah, I know that guy.
you know that guy? Kimon knows him.
From seeing, I don't know where I know him from, but I know his face, kind of.
are you
Oh no, he does look a
confusing
bit
him
like
with,
Jay Rayner as well.
I might be confusing him with any man over 50 with black hair and a beard, but
Oh, hang on, that's Keanu Reeves.
I was going to go with Dave Grohl.
Yeah, it's Dave Grohl. That's good.
Robert Downey Jr.
Welcome to our new podcast, a list of people that Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen looks like.
That's premium content. That's going on the Patreon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, we are heading into episode 13 of the glorious Describe Your Kill Death of Destiny podcast. We had a really good finish to last week. I just wanted to congratulate again Wilhelm and Lupin, Chris and Jason and Kimon on their fabulous roleplay moment. For the listeners, there was about halfway through that very emotional, touching scene where Malachi butted in and started snoring, which has been removed. I haven't even edited it yet, but I can tell you now that's been removed. I might play the unedited version just to show you the difference between what you guys hear and then what we have to sit through.
and what we have to deal with.
what we have to endure with that.
I tell you
Just
what,
an
we could
agent of
actually.
chaos.
Agent of Chaos.
Just as an off-air comment here is something we could potentially
no off-air
do
comments.
is
This will going on the record.
no, I was going to say is potentially at the end of each episode, you could do like a little stinger of something that was cut each episode.
Oh, like outtakes.
Just like a fuck up or an outtake or something. Yeah, just at the end of each.
Yeah, just to really up
Yeah,
my
we can
workload,
check
Jason. Yeah,
that
thanks for
one.
that.
Yeah.
Tell you what, if I give you the files, you can go and pull the outtakes out for me.
Well, you're cutting it anyway.
just copy paste it at the end.
Come on.
Exactly.
How hard can it be?
Yeah, exactly. Fucking
Lazy.
edits. Just whinge.
Lazy.
Yeah, I mean, how long can it take? Like 20 minutes? 30
Yeah.
at most?
It's fucking 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Copy, paste, it's fine.
That's just...
The
Just
rest
get
is all done
AI
in
to do
post.
it.
Yeah.
We're so good, we don't need a lot of editing.
No. Right, so as a reminder, you stepped through the second portal from the Harrow Court into the suit of Keys, where you know that the juggler resides. And very quickly after stepping through, finding yourselves thousands of feet up the side of this mountain in this huge cavern-like chamber, you meet the dwarf Bleg Kenu in the Shrine of Balamdar. And there in the middle of that shrine, on an altar, is the juggler card, pirouetting, looping the loop. Aaron and Malachi both try to grab said card and fail, slipping out of their grasp, or it becomes too heavy to move. So that is where we start tonight's
I
episode.
completely forgot about this. I just looked at my character sheet notes, and under allies it just says Groldo in all caps lock.
I love the party's obsession with Groldo. I think today was the episode where it went out where he first got met and he named himself, which I do find very humorous.
It was brilliant. It's just Chris's
Fan favorite
absolute
character.
indignation before then immediately accepting it. He was like, went from furious to fine with it in about 10 seconds.
Groldo's the best name. It's better than any we could have come up with, let's be
Yeah,
honest.
that's true.
I mean, if Malachi
Dwarfy
would have named him-
McDwarface. Yeah.
Right, that would be his name now.
I'll
Do you
take
want
that
to
as a
live in a
compliment.
world where we have no Groldo?
What is life without
If we can
Groldo?
find him.
Groldo is good. Groldo is life.
So you step through the second portal into this huge cavern. You meet Bleg Kenu, the pious dwarf, in this shrine to Balamdar, where you learned that Balamdar is he who is massive, god of large things. And speaking with Bleg Kenu, ask him some questions, clearly see the Harrow card that you can't take. Wilhelm pointed out that the card's not usually related to strength, the juggler. It comes from the suit of keys, and Bleg Kenu mused that if he had a key, or a big key, a certain very specific key, he could complete his prayer. He believes that if he does that, you would then be able to take the card. When you asked, where is such a key? He informs you that the key isn't far, but the bad news is the key is part of the hoard of a nefarious cloud dragon who lives in the valley to the south. This dragon is named Sedisarax. Over to you.
A dragon? Wee.
That is, frankly, terrible news.
I've heard stories of dragons, but are all of them bad?
I don't think all of them are bad. But I'm going to be honest, I've never heard of a cloud dragon. Only ever of metallic and chromatic ones.
Does
My-
nefarious mean bad?
Yes.
I heard that all chromatic dragons were killed in the remaster, so
This is sad news, truly.
there's a great culling of all of the dragons. It was as if millions of dragons cried out, and then silence.
It's neither.
No, I don't think they're not chromatic, I don't think.
No, I think
But
they're neither.
anyway, sorry, Jason.
My experience with dragons is limited directly, but I've heard plenty of tales. Don't know much about cloud dragons. What I do know about almost all dragons is that they very much have their own agendas and care for little outside of them. If this dragon wants to keep that key, there is going to be little we can do to take it without a fight.
I don't suppose Eric Kanesh ever spoke to you about an interesting topic like, I don't know, dragons?
I couldn't rule it out. There have been occasions in conversations with Erikanesh where I may have tuned out for a day or two.
That's very tame compared
So
to
did
what
I.
I imagined.
Can I try and recall knowledge on cloud dragons and see if there's any just by-the-by history I might know about them?
You sure can, Matty. Why don't you all give me open Arcana, Nature, or relevant, Kimone, relevant law checks.
What about legal law?
I will not be
Sinistra
saying
X,
relevant again.
Dragon at law. Attorney.
Would occultism be relevant?
No.
So arcana or nature?
Or relevant law.
27.
28 for Malachi.
Wilhelm, 19, you don't know.
Oh,
Aaron
Lupin
Malachi.
knows.
Lupin knows all things.
So with those checks, I can tell you that a large number of cloud dragons make the Turwa Uplands their home. Each dragon takes a particular valley for their own, usually nesting in the tallest tree or near a mountain pool. Most of them are allies and friends of the Mbeki dwarfs. So with Lupin's natural 20 with a 34, just hitting the DC of 34.
Jesus.
Oof.
I can tell you, what do you want to know? Actually, so let's treat it as a recall knowledge. What do you want to know?
I'm trying to think. Is because we don't know for sure that this is going to be a combat. So is something like a save isn't necessarily.
I was going to suggest if there was some sort of offering or some sort of knowledge you might have around the etiquette of how to approach a dragon or ask them a favor, or like what we would offer,
A
rather
cloud
than just
dragon.
marching in there going, "Can we have your key?"
Yes. So can I? As it's a natural 20, I'm going to push my luck here, Craig.
You can try.
I'd like to know what is basically go with what Matty's just suggested. There is would Lupin know of in any etiquette, or is there something we should do, or a particular offering we could bring? What I would also like to know is, do cloud dragons tend to favour a particular type of damage?
Okay, to answer that question, so on a recall knowledge check, just a refresher of the rules, if you succeed, you would gain a best known attributes, right? So a troll's regeneration, and that it can be stopped by acid or fire, for example. On a critical success, you're going to learn something subtler, like a demon's weakness or the trigger for one of its reactions.
Yeah.
And you've asked me, does it specify any kind of damage? I can tell you that... What will I give you? I'll tell you that they can do electrical damage.
Okay.
And they themselves are immune to electricity.
Cool. Yeah, that's fine. That's what I was looking for.
Okay.
Good thing that Aaron is not able to cast those spells.
Don't help me like that. That didn't make the edit.
Did now. So Lupin would sort of share that with the group, and then would turn back to name
Blenkenu.
Blenkenu. Thank you. Yeah, we'll turn back to Blenkenu and say, do you Sidisarax, the dragon? Do you know them?
Yes, I do know Sedisarax. I have visited her several times. She may be bitter and cantankerous, but she's majestically massive and gloriously gigantic, and has given me many insights into the lifestyles of larger life over the years.
None of what you've just told me was remotely reassuring, Blenkenu.
Oh, guys, does any one of you know what cantankerous means? I have no idea.
It's
Grumpy.
Mr. Malice in the morning.
Yes. No,
Naked.
not naked, no.
Oh,
Both went there, yeah.
Sedisarax was exiled from the dwarven sky citadel of Cloudspire years ago, after she destroyed several historical statues and relics. She has spent the last several decades moping and fuming in her remote lakeside lair.
So just to get this straight, she lived with the... apparently there's sky dwarfs, and she lived with them, and then she destroyed very important things to them, and then they just told her, get out of here, and she went?
You've got it in one.
Note to self, don't fuck with the sky dwarfs.
Let's be honest, guys. She seems like someone you can't talk with. She seems reasonable.
I will warn you, she is vicious and spiteful, and usually eats those who travel too close to her valley. She is majestic and massive.
Oh,
I love this.
You said you visited her before.
Yes.
How about you join us? Would that work? Could you do that?
What service would you like me to join you for?
Walk in front so we don't get eaten.
are you going to say an appetizer?
I am afraid if your plan is to take her key, I will be staying here with the safety of Balamdar.
That's completely understandable.
I can provide you with some biscuits to take for the journey.
In your experience, Blankenu, would you say that Sidisterax would have any interest in negotiation or discussions around a trade for the key of any description?
No.
You're just full of good news, aren't you?
That's not very yes and.
You can't make the NPCs yes and.
This would be a much easier campaign. You do want to give me that +3 armor, don't you?
Right,
Yes,
yeah,
and?
I do. And I will also want to give you this +2 greater striking great bow.
I never approach her too closely. I am respectful. And I suspect, being a dwarf, she's guilty about her past.
Well, you never know. Apparently Malachi's got some dwarf in him. Also, it was written on the toilets
I
I saw
did
the other
wonder
day.
if that was the case.
From what he told me this last week, he's had multiple dwarfs in him.
Malachi, would you like to confess your sins?
Well, not just now, because I think we're going after a bit of a dragon, but maybe later. Well, unless it gives me a +1 against...
Gonorrhea.
Dwarf gonorrhea. I think we've broken Jason. He's gone. He's gone.
Too
That's
tired
the
for
first
this.
time he's gone.
Too fucking tired for this.
The last time I visited Sidisterax, she grew angry. I asked to examine the key. I did this once the juggler had appeared. She attacked me, and while I thank Balamdar's mercy for my escape, I'm positive I'm no longer welcome in her lair.
You mentioned the juggler appeared while you were there.
No, the juggler appeared in the cave. Listen to me, Lupin.
I did listen to you. You said she became angry with you after the juggler appeared.
No, after he went to examine the key.
After the card appeared, I grew interested in the key, feeling it would unlock the card. I'm just rambling on now. Sorry.
Blackenu,
Yes.
when did the juggler appear specifically? How many days ago?
Several weeks ago.
So you've just been sat here watching that card?
I have been here, 3 decades? 4?
Well, I must say you're looking good for it.
Do the few weeks line up with when we would have gotten our cards?
Yep, I would say so.
Okay.
Okay.
I imagine some of you weren't even born when I first ascended this sacred peak.
Is he from the Sky Citadels?
I am not from the...
So, no. As far as I know, I can't be exact with that, but I don't believe so. I believe he's from the local tribe. It sounds like you need to click when you say it. It's got that kind of like Becky.
So, Blackado, do you have any more relevant information to Seditherax for us, or should we just get on?
I would suggest that if you're going to fight her, I would ask you do not kill her.
We would prefer not to fight her at all, but I dare say, should it come to combat, is we may not have the luxury of such choices, but you have my word that we'll make best efforts.
She is massive and majestic. To kill such a huge beast would surely anger Balamdar.
Yes, indeed, and we would obviously not want to do any such thing. I thank you kindly for your assistance, as I dare say we may have to make some preparations for the journey before heading any further. But I'm sure we'll see you again soon as we cross our paths on our way to Seditherax.
I would be surprised if she stops to talk before she tries to eat you. To reach her lair, follow the trail from my cave down the mountainside until you reach a lake. The trail heads off to the east from there, but to the west, along the lake shore, is a cave entrance. Her home. It is maybe 2 hours away from the shrine.
Thank you kindly for your guidances. I look forward to seeing you again as we pass through.
Return the key, I can finish my prayer. Would you like some biscuits for the journey?
Biscuits.
Yes.
Wow. Some biscuits.
And he goes off to his little supplies and comes up with these biscuits, and they're massive. They're like the size of your head, these big old cookies.
Behold the massive cookies of Balamdar.
Right, so it's the morning now, isn't it?
Yes, this morning.
So we've come straight here, so it seems like we've got a bit of a journey ahead of us, and then possibly a very deadly fight. So what do we need
Let's
to
discuss
do?
a plan outside of the cave and
Yes,
then
yes,
discuss breakfast.
Yes. I think perhaps returning to the Harrow Heart for breakfast may be a good idea. I think we have much to discuss.
You can chat outside the cave. Do not return to the house.
Craig, people can't hear you furiously shaking your head on radio.
I don't want them to. Don't
He has
fucking go
stay in
back.
character so he doesn't scream at us.
Oh, God.
Okay, so is there anything we need supplies-wise?
I was just going to say,
off on this.
we need to consider the fact that we just struggled in a fight with some flying stuff because we didn't have much in the way of ranged options. So I am going to make an assumption here and assume that this dragon can fly.
Yes, a sensible
so
metagaming.
Yeah. So we will probably need to address that to a greater or lesser extent, and I think bearing in mind what we've just found out as well, I think perhaps some method of resisting electricity might be an idea as well.
Yeah.
I presume there is a potion of some description that will do that. I know there are items, but I'm presuming there will be a potion that does it as well.
As you're discussing this, Malachi brings out his card.
Wait, what was the card? The Groldo?
He brings out his brass dwarf and he envisions it, and he changes his resistance from fire to electricity.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Nice use of the brass dwarf there. So you're now weak to fire, is that right, Chris? For a little
Only
while?
for an hour.
For an hour, okay.
Yeah, so my thinking is we probably, as I say, please speak up if you disagree, but I think we probably do need to do a little bit of prep for this one. This is a dragon.
Yeah, I agree.
The two things I think we definitely need to do is we need to have some way of resolving the difference we're going to have with flying, whether that's that we get access to some kind of ranged weaponry or we get some access to flight.
Lupin, don't you have third level spell scrolls?
Yes, I have access to third level spell scrolls.
I believe there's this spell that Malachi told me about in a context that I am not able to share on air, and it's called Earthbind, and it pins creatures to the ground and prevents them from flying or fleeing.
My only concern there is subtle like a thrown brick, my boy. My only concern there is that it is a third level spell, and dragons are rumored to be very powerful creatures. I'm not entirely sure it will be sufficient to bring a creature of that scale down to the ground for any length of time.
It is better than nothing, though.
I mean, technically, if it doesn't work, it's exactly equal to nothing. In fact, it's worse than nothing because I've lost a spell slot.
You're being very pessimistic right now, Lupin.
Yes, and being pessimistic has led me to the grand age that I am.
Lupin does not seem mighty and massive. He seems small and puny.
Followed us outside the cave.
But also, it's not a counteract check. It's a fortitude save. So the fact that it's a third level spell means the save will be the same if it's if it's a level 10 spell. So
I'll just check it out. I'm conscious that it seems a little bit too good to be true, as in a single spell just goes like, hey, now this dragon can't fly, this single level 3.
No, it's only for one round.
Yeah.
Oh, in which case then that's going to be...
fail brings it down to the ground for one round, a crit fail is for 1 minute.
Then in which case that's going to be useless to us after one round. That's what I'm saying, is unless we are confident that we can kill this dragon in one round, we are going to need a more permanent solution.
I asked you not to kill the dragon.
Where is
if we can knock this dragon out in one round.
So I have fly spells.
Yep.
So I can probably sacrifice all of my 4th level spell slots to give all of us the power of flight.
Also, I am very determined.
Yes. Yeah, because I think we can get a potion of flying, but they're 100 gold each. So I mean,
so
it
we
depends.
But right as we're going into it, because the duration is 5 minutes, so it's long enough to, if we do it right before we go into engage with her, then we can already be flying, can't we?
Yeah, I mean, if you're happy burning all of your spell slots on one the problem is as well is as soon as we do that, we are very much putting our cards on the table.
You have ranged. So it's really a question of who needs to be flying, because I don't need to be.
The only one who doesn't have range is Wilhelm.
I have range. My range increment is 60 feet, so it's fine. That's okay. But it's again is what we need to factor in. Fact is that we don't want to be too spread out.
I think we can obviously mull over all of the possibilities, can't we? But I think that. I'm happy to burn a few slots on flying for Wilhelm if he needs it, and Malachi, like anyone who needs the kind of to be closer, because I don't plan to be up and close to it. I've got some decent range, and I also have feats to extend my spell range, so I can.
I'm just nervous about, again, this is a creature that if we do end up in combat with it, we do not want to be in a situation where it has got us one-on-one. And if we've got people flying and we've got people on the ground, we are making it much, much easier for it to be one-on-one with people. I'm thinking we either all need to be flying or we all need to be on the ground. Personally, I'm not trying to...
I think the counter to that is just because it'll have area of effect with its breath, won't it? So...
I'm not saying we all need to be stood next to each... Yeah, I'm not saying we all need to be stood next to each other. I'm just saying is when we have... sorry, this is slightly meta, but is in previous experience when characters have died, it has been to pull it back from Lupin's point of view is when he has seen people die, it has been where people have been spread out and you can't get to them in time to save them.
Although if we spread out vertically, I mean, whoever's flying falls down and then is in the area of all the others. So I don't really see the problem.
I'm
I don't know
happy
about
to.
you guys. I could take a 20-foot fall while unconscious. Could you?
I guess the thing is, like, if we want to pre-buff with some flying, then I can do that for the people who need it. I'm not going to need it. I don't think I want to be all flying, but I can. The point is that I can do all of these things during combat as well, because I'm not going to be focused on needing to deal as much damage as everybody else. It's more about supporting everyone else with debuffs, buffs, and things like that. So
we also need to consider the fact that is most of Malachi's useful buffs, I'm not speaking for Chris here, but I'm going to presume, are going to be area of effect as well.
Yeah, there are some direct ones as well.
With Dirge of Doom, you just have to stand in the area of the enemy.
Yeah.
But
well, and it's 60. It's like a 60.
Yeah,
foot, isn't
I think
it's huge.
Dirge of Doom is 30, but even if you don't get that close, you still have Inspire Courage, which is slightly worse, but it's 60 feet.
Healing's the big gap, isn't it? Like, that's the biggest gap, aside from resistance and, worrying about our battle tactics. It's the healing. So, have we got... We've got Malachi's Soothes, and I've got some healing potions.
Yeah, Lupin has some healing potions.
And I'm trained.
I don't have healing potions.
Does Lupin have battle medicine?
No, he's only got natural medicine anyway, so he wouldn't be able to use that.
Okay, so
a lot of I think it's all good, all discussion. It's a lot to think about. Obviously, there's a few assumptions I think being made, but that's fine.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think I came a bit unprepared. Does someone have a healing potion spare for me?
Typical fighter.
I've got a potion you can have, but I've only got one spare to give you.
Spare, or is it your only one?
I dare say we should probably go
Okay.
and prepare properly before we make this journey.
But Lupin, don't you see God shaking his head?
You gotta do what you need to do.
Like this.
No, of course. I absolutely think it's an interesting conversation because you know that these creatures are powerful. You think you're going to have to fight it, and I think it makes sense. You need to be prepared. So I think that's all good stuff. It is. I think the first time, probably ever, where my party have actually pre-planned a fight because I think usually you're like, I'll be fine, and you go in and sometimes not so fine.
A dragon you take seriously. You just do.
Oh yeah. There's not much better than a dragon.
Also, different route, guys. You're all rather charismatic people. Take that as you like, but you all have very distinct personalities. So how about we might, if we can't get her to negotiate with us, maybe try to keep her busy, and I can try to turn invisible and go do my thing, and then come back in and out in like 10 minutes.
Blancato did say she will probably try to eat us on sight.
Yes, but just in case.
But while she's busy eating us, you can steal the thing. Yes, I get how it works.
Yeah, that could be that could also be the case, but no. If she's willing to at least talk to us, maybe try to keep her busy by, I don't know, singing to her, Malachi, or
That's a great way to get eaten.
Or giving her, a vision of her bright and colorful future, Aaron. Or, I don't know, maybe not shooting her, Lupin.
Let's move this forwards either way. We certainly have a method of addressing the challenges of verticality, shall we say. How about the electricity? How do we plan on countering that one? Is I am aware that Malachi seems to be sorted on that front, but I'm afraid I have no natural resistance to electricity.
I'm only good against fire. I also don't have anything.
I am aware there are potions of resistance you can buy from certain alchemists. I believe those would offer some limited resistance to electricity at a cost.
There are lesser, moderate, and greater potions of resistance. The moderate level 10 is 180 gold, gives you resistance 10 for 1 hour.
Do you think that it's so relevant, though?
To have resistance to the thing that it's likely to use against us, yes. Yes, I do feel that's quite relevant.
Yes, but think about it. On a scale of 1 to, I don't know, let's just make up a random number, 152. This potion, I would say it would be a 10 out of 152 that it would hurt less.
Well, here's a different
How
number.
much of a difference?
128.
Yes,
and another. Here's another number. 29. My AC.
even less of a difference. I don't know what AC is, but I understand where you're coming from. If you try to go with that
if I had to class my armor.
my concern is that it's probably not going to just do it once and walk away. It's going to keep doing it, and I would perhaps also argue that avoiding it once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, however many times we avoid it, is better than not avoiding it at all.
But how about we just spread out then? If you're so concerned about breath weapons.
I'm not just concerned about breath weapons. Dragons are well known for having access to magic. It may just decide to eat us, in which case this potion isn't going to do anything at all, but I fail to see the reluctance to plan for this.
Let's just go get some, because we need healing.
We need healing potions anyway, so whatever we do, we are going to have to go and...
So let's go shopping.
So you're going back to the Harrow Court, or back to the Grand Bazaar? So, yeah, through osmosis back to the Grand Bazaar, is that right?
Yeah, because we can't shop in the Harrow Hut, can we? I know there's a village, but that's not like a shop.
No, it would require you going back there, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, let's go to the Grand Bazaar and just do some shopping quickly.
Hi everyone, Craig here. So yes, our heroes did once again go back to the Grand Bazaar. Lupin bought a moderate potion of electricity resistance. Wilhelm bought 2 moderate healing potions, 200 gold. Aaron also bought a moderate potion of electricity resistance and a scroll, unnamed, I'm sure I'll love that. And Malachi bought a moderate healing potion. So a little bit of shopping, straight back to the cave. The time is about 1 p.m. So you manifest back in the Mwangi expanse on the side of this mountain at the cave mouth, where Blegkenu appears to be praying within the shrine.
Is it the same day?
So I'm going to say the time is about 1 p.m.
And he's still in the shrine, is he?
He is. He's praying to Balamdar.
So he's given us directions. Shall we just start making tracks?
I'd say the sooner we go, the sooner we have all of this behind us.
Yes, I agree. Let us make haste.
Perhaps I can help us on our way again. And Aaron casts Wanderer's Guide, and he sees a ethereal light kind of guiding the path, and he steps outside the shrine.
Okay.
So yeah, Lupin will follow along.
And it's a glorious day as you head down the mountainside. The path is quite narrow, and if you were to look over the edge, you'd probably feel quite unwell from the sheer height that you are at. But the trail is fairly clear. It's a reasonable trek, but nothing too strenuous. Although you think the trek back up might be considerably more difficult. Imagine Lupin's sort of looking back at how far they've come down and going, "Oh no, we'll use the card again. We'll use the card."
Yeah.
Good thing we have
save one of those fly spells.
And you do indeed follow the directions given by Blegkenu, see where the path forks, but you head off to the west, along the lake shore. Want a new map?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Very pleasant jungle path leading down to this lake. I'll read you the flavor text. The thick, squat trees of this bowl-shaped valley grow densely together. A deep blue lake lies here, the trail turning upon reaching its shore and winding off to the east. A cliff rises from the lake's western shore, and a large cave entrance is visible at the base. A jagged rock protrudes from the lake's surface not far from the cave entrance. And you see yourselves at the north of this map. The cave entrance is probably a good 130, 150 feet to the south.
What a lovely place this is. Are we sweating?
Yes, but I'm not entirely sure it's related to the heat. Lupin is very much keeping his eyes to the skies.
At the north of this map, there's a clear trail about 10 to 15 feet wide that leads down to the lake shore. What are you all doing? We are now in exploration mode.
How do we proceed? Do we go quietly, or do we assume that she already knows that we're here?
My inclination would be, considering she has the, I was going to say the high ground, but considering she has the ability to fly, and we are maybe not immediately looking to upset her any more than needs be. We perhaps shouldn't be giving her any inclination to suspect we are here for anything other than conversation.
In that case, and Wilhelm lowers his voice, sort of looking around suspiciously. Should I put on my hood just in case?
Yes, you never be too careful with sunstroke.
Wilhelm looks at Lupin in a. He looks like he did not understand that joke at all, and just nods and puts on his hood and turns invisible.
Wilhelm turns invisible, looking down this path that leads to this lake shore. So mechanically, what's everyone doing? Talk me through it.
Probably just taking in the surroundings. Can't remember what it's called now. Just searching, not scouting ahead. I want to be with the group and just, I'm guessing we're going to take it a little bit steady going into here. Malachi is quite blissfully looking around while we're sort of wandering forward.
Aaron?
I think that if we're not all stealthing all together, then there's very little point in, like, Aaron feels he's not going to try and be stealthy unless everybody is. So he's just perceiving the area, trying to see if there's any signs of obvious dragon life, such as discarded flaming corpses. Or
I was just about to say
similar.
a giant pile of poo with an arm sticking out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that because he's kind of steeling himself, feeling that he's going to have to talk to the creature, or he wants to try and talk to the creature if we come across it. So he draws his wand of true speech.
Okay.
Readying it.
Lupin?
Yeah, I think, again, is the sort of argument being there's not much point sort of one person travelling at half speed while the rest of the party goes ahead. So his Lupin will be moving along with the party, but he will very definitely be keeping his eyes upwards, as opposed to sort of more at ground level.
Okay. So if you want to start making your way up the path, moving your characters, and you're just kind of, keeping an eye out, or being stealthy?
Yeah.
Just
Not stealthy, just I think we're all keeping an eye out.
everybody rolls secret perception checks for me, please. Lupin, at the back there, as you're approaching down this path, you feel like you see something move within the dense jungle foliage to the south, about 10 to 15 feet.
Lupin gives Aaron a quick nudge, and just sort of as surreptitiously as possible, just sort of holds up a hand and just nods in the direction of whatever it was he heard. Saw.
Aaron looks in that direction and tries to see what the disturbance is.
Aaron, roll another perception check. Aaron, you don't see anything out of place. You look and you see the plants and the fauna, and you think everything's okay. Then to the southeast, in front of Wilhelm and Malachi, you all suddenly hear a deafening blast that sounds like a trumpet as you are hit by a sonic wave as you see this creature come rustling out of the bushes.
That's not what I was expecting.
And you know what time it is. It's time to roll for initiative!
Yay!
Roll for initiative. Yes, beautiful.
That's
again.
21, so that's quite fitting.
That's a natural 14 for 35.
That's a natural 6 for 28.
Okay, thank you for your initiative rolls. As this creature bursts from the jungle and releases this trumpet, it's got these big petally mouths. Actually, why don't you go ahead and explain it for me, Aaron, what this creature looks like?
It looks like a very, very beautiful giant flower, but it is on the kind of top of a very thick tentacle-like stem with skulls littered all around by its roots. It's a very menacing-looking plant creature.
It sure is, and you have disturbed it as it blasts you with a trumpet blast. I'm going to need everyone to roll fortitude saves, please.
Is this a listening effect, isn't it?
It is a sonic auditory effect, yes.
Just sing over it.
Oh, where is it?
Oh no, not this again.
The counter performance. Counter performance. Counter performance.
Yeah, but it's not called that.
No?
Nope.
Yeah, it is. It's a composition focus spell. Count
Yeah.
performance.
Oh, okay.
There goes the New Year's resolution.
There it is. Counter performances. Yes.
It took 1 hour and 8 minutes, and
And I've screwed it up already. Whoop. Okay, do my saving throw first, which was what? Fortitude, basic
Yeah.
fortitude. Oh, mine was great. And then I will use counter performance.
It's a natural 13 for Lupin for 33.
I got a 29.
Got a 37.
Or so 35. If
So can we all use that 35 then?
Yeah, if we want to, we can.
Oh, I
Yeah,
will.
so
you did
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah, Lupin will use that.
Aaron shelters kind of behind Malachi's back.
okay, so none of you failed.
39.
39 was a crit pass from Malachi on his save, so no damage from Malachi. All of you pass, so you're going to take half this. It is 9d8 sonic damage.
Wilhelm takes nothing because he is a juggernaut.
That's 43 points of sonic damage.
So half
Is that
of that.
halved?
Halved that. Malachi, you take none.
Wilhelm none because he's got the juggernaut.
Yeah.
Malachi shouts out to the creature, anything you can do, I can do better, and goes, ah! Back at him.
What, like photosynthesize?
They can just turn screen.
Okay, it's round 1, and it is that creature's turn. He is going to whip out with these vines.
Just a reminder that Wilhelm is invisible and was sneaking before.
Yes, no, that's fine.
Okay.
So this horrible plant creature, after blasting you with its trumpet blast, it shuffles out of the woods, out of the jungle, I should say. And Malachi, it reaches out these long vines to whip you with a vine strike. Here comes the attack roll. That's a 36 to hit.
That's a hit.
Excellent. Here comes your damage. Oh, that's a good roll. That's 24 points of bludgeoning as this vine whips you right across the face. Bitch! And then I am going to need you to roll a fortitude save. Nope. This is a mental effect. I need you to roll the fortitude save, but I need you to roll it twice, taking the lower result. So 2 fort saves, please.
There's my first. Yes.
Oh, that's a natural 1.
Oh,
You're going to do well to roll lower than this.
I might have to re-roll that with a hero.
How does it
point.
work with Misfortune? Can you use fortune effect?
Fortune and misfortune cancels each other out, so if
Yeah.
you were to spend a hero point, you would not re-roll at all.
He'd still
You would
have to
just
take
keep
the
his
natural
first.
one. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, would I? Okay, I'm natural 1 then. Whoop.
Oh dear. The Malachi, on a critical failure, you're going to take 4d6 persistent poison damage, and for 1 minute, you must roll twice and take the worst result on all checks.
oh, that's painful.
Brutal.
And then with its final action, it'll have another go with a vine attack. Oh, not bad rolls. 32 to hit.
That is a hit.
As that tentacle or vine or whatever is about to hit, it somehow misses Malachi, but without, it just some sort of weight seems to push against its vines, getting it off track.
Would you say with a hostile action? Because that would seem pretty hostile to me.
Isn't that hostile though? That seems very, very
defensive.
What's it
defensive.
It seems very defensive and also very, very.
Here we go. Strap in.
No, I'm trying to.
If someone pushed me out of the way of a moving bus, I wouldn't say that was hostile.
No, but if the bus was trying to hit you, I would say it was.
So, so the bus would be like, that was really hostile of you.
Yeah.
So push my intended victim out of the way.
If I
I'm not arguing it. It's a hostile action.
Just to clarify,
What?
If I were to punch a kid, and it's
that was it. That was the anecdote.
Timone's a teacher. He's going to what he knows.
This is coming from a kindergartner, by the way. If I were to punch a kid, and its parent would deflect my punch, would it be hostile of the parent to do that?
No, but the parent would be aware you tried to do it.
Right, we're still no further along. Deflecting that blow is a hostile action.
Yeah, no, I wasn't arguing that for a few minutes now. I was just
Malachi, because you've done it, Malachi gets a +2 boost to his AC, and the hit becomes a miss. Wilhelm is now visible. That is the end of that creature's turn.
Thank you.
It is round one. It is Lupin's turn. Lupin, what I will tell you is that you can see another one of these creatures through the woods here.
And I'm flanked.
Yeah. Okay. So, Lupin will obviously shout that out and communicate it to the others. But mechanically, he will draw his. He's going to draw his dueling pistol initially, and he's going to attempt to exploit vulnerability.
Okay, go for it. So this is your esoteric lore.
Yes, so this will be an esoteric lore roll, and that will be... Ooh, that's a natural 15 for 38.
Critical success on the exploit vulnerability.
Wonderful, so I learn all of its weaknesses, and its all of its weaknesses, resistances, and immunities. I learn that these creatures are weak to fire 10. So that is very, very useful, and Lupin will obviously be exploiting that mortal weakness.
Okay.
And then, with his final action, he is going to take aim, and he is going to fire off a shot at the one he's seen in the trees just south of him and Aeron.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Ooh, that's a natural 7. That's not brilliant, but that's 28.
28 is a miss, I'm afraid, Lupin.
Annoying. End of turn.
Okay, thank you. It is Wilhelm, the now visible Wilhelm's turn.
You're just a hater. Wilhelm spends one action to step closer to the creature in front of him and Malachi.
Yes.
Would his rapier be drawn if he was expecting the dragon to attack, or would that be...
I'm going to say no because you didn't say it was drawn, and I gave you ample
I'm
opportunity.
going to remember that for next turn then. Wilhelm's going to draw his rapier for his second action and then attempt a snagging strike against the creature that just deafened Malachi.
I will tell you its name. It is an Opali. Oppali. Opali? Opali. We'll go with Opali. And that's what Lupin can tell you from his exploit vulnerability.
He's going to attack the Opali with his trusted...
So just quick question. If there was only one of them, would that be a monopoly?
Oh! Get out.
Here all week, try to fish.
No,
multiple
get out.
of them pronounced Opali.
Opali, that's the plural.
Surely it's a doppeleye.
Oh, God.
I can go for hours. Yeah.
Opali. Go on then, Kamo, make your hit.
Natural 7 for 32.
That is a hit.
Nice. That's gonna be 21 points of damage.
All seems to go through.
Nice. That's my turn.
Thank you very much, Wilhelm. Malachi, under the effects of this Drain Luck ability, so not only have you got the 46 persistent poison, you're going to have to roll twice and take the worst result on all checks. What do you do?
Malachi moves to the south out of range of these creatures who were presumably flanking him because they were either side of him to the east and west, and is then going to cast a spell. No, we're going to go in, so he's not going to go too big first off. So he will cast Dirge of Doom to start us off with a burst of toxicity.
Okay.
in the opera style. Yeah, I will cast that, and then I will... Can I sort of hide in this bush?
You can certainly take cover. Yeah, I mean, there's not a huge amount there. You are on the sand. You're only going to get +1 to your bonus.
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay. So Malachi moves to the south, more towards the lake area, casts Dirge of Doom, if you can just put that on the map, Chris, and then takes cover behind some light foliage, please. Okay, next up is Aaron.
Aaron looks behind him at Lupin and says, I think I've got an idea. And he runs, pushing through the thick, dense foliage, because I'm guessing this is difficult terrain through here.
Sure
but
is,
he can
in
see
the thick jungle.
You can see these big plants kind of pushing, because they're like large creatures pushing over the foliage there. And he manages to just get in a position where he can see both of them. And as he's running through the foliage, his hands start conjuring all of this thick, slimy shadow that we've seen before. But this time he's like really, really concentrating, and he pushes out with a yell, and the shadow forms into a column of fire as it erupts from the foliage and in a 50-foot line shoots through both of the creatures. He casts Shadow Blast, and I get to form it as fire.
Reflex save, right?
Reflex save for both, please.
So everyone blasts out this fire, and the two plant creatures are going to roll their reflex saves. Here's the one that's closest to you, right in these woods. The one that Lupin spotted as you first walked in. He rolls a 27 and
That's
fails.
a fail.
And the second one rolls his reflex saves and gets a 37, so passes.
That's a pass. Yeah, he's further away, so he manages to, and the foliage probably absorbs some of the
Does
fire.
a plant like shuffle out of the way?
He does like a little plant shimmy. Here's the damage. It's going to be 26 points of fire damage.
Yep, got it. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so yep, that's my turn.
Okay. It is my creature's turn, the one you just attacked nearby to, and he is going to rear back his weird flowery head, and then he is also going to let out this trumpet blast, which I should be able to get both of you in. Yes, I can get both of you in. Okay, I'm going to need fortitude saves from Aaron and Lupin.
Aaron rolls a 32 for the fortitude save.
That's a pass.
And Lupin rolls 33.
They both pass, so you're going to take half of the 9d8 sonic damage. 47 points.
Okay, that is half of that then.
Okay, so Aaron and Lupin both take 23 points of that sonic damage.
Yep.
And then with its final action, Aaron, it too strikes out with a vine attack. Oh, natural 3 though for a 25.
Yeah, he manages to hide in the thick foliage and he misses.
Oh, okay. Well, adding to the Tropoli at the south is a third one of these trumpet creatures. And this one too is going to scream out with its trumpet blast. It is going to hit his friend. And I'm going to need another fortitude saves from you both, please.
No.
Malachi will use counter performance. But I guess I will have to roll it twice and take the worst.
Yes.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Okay,
roll
so
it twice and take the worst.
I rolled a 28.
28 is just on the DC.
Yeah, and Lupin rolled a 35.
Lupin, that's a pass as well. Malachi rolls counter performance but doesn't get a higher.
32.
Yeah, so the result will be the same. So both of you again take half of this damage.
Aaron really having to like hold his hands over his ears.
Yeah.
38 points of sonic, so take half. Both take 19 of that. And then this creature will then shuffle up towards Wilhelm for its final action. Okay, we've eased out of round 1. We are in round 2. It is the creature closest to Wilhelm's turn. He is then going to use his Vine attack against Wilhelm. That's a 38 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Excellent. 17 points of damage. I'm going to
Ouch.
need a fortitude save, please, Wilhelm.
Okay.
Oh, and you've got to roll it twice.
I didn't fail any checks, though.
This drain luck ability from the Opali.
Yeah, fuck this. I'm gonna.
So
I'm gonna
that,
hero
what did
point
you roll? A 2 and a natural 2 and a natural 6 for 21.
Wait, so if I hero point that, which one gets
No,
taken?
because it's the
then?
misfortune, isn't it? So
Yeah,
Say-
which one was the first one that I rolled?
The
though?
2.
2.
Oh, fuck this.
oof.
Another episode of. Hey, this mechanic does not work in Pathfinder.
I think it's a wonderful mechanic. So that
Yeah,
is
that you do.
that is a failure. Oh, Malachi, we didn't do your persistent, did we?
Oh, that boat sailed bait. Sorry.
Yeah, come on. You roll your persistent while we give that to Wilhelm. Malachi takes 12 persistent poison from the last turn and fails his recovery check. Lupin, you're going to take 2d6 persistent poison damage, and for 1 round, you must roll twice and take the worst result on all checks as well.
Me or Wilhelm?
Sorry, Wilhelm. Yeah,
Cool.
Wilhelm does.
Stay off the team.
For the next, minute or a round?
Next round, yeah.
Okay.
And then it's going to attempt another vine attack at you. Ooh, with a 30 to hit.
No, that misses.
Okay, and then it's going to attempt to shuffle past you, which would incur an attack of opportunity if you want to take it.
Yes, it would, and Wilhelm would like to take it.
Okay, I'll let you do that first. Remember, you've got to roll
So-
twice.
That's 34.
34 is a
29.
hit.
So that's gonna be. Ooh, that's okay. That's exactly average. That's 20 points of damage.
20 points of damage. Okay, not bad at all. That definitely hurts the creature. And he does shuffle away a little bit. Okay, it's round 2. It's turn 2. It's Lupin.
Yep, so I actually made a slight fuck up last round. I forgot I actually need to draw my implement separately. So that would I wouldn't have technically been able to exploit vulnerability before I did that.
Isn't that a free action though?
No, weirdly it's not. Is I can swap between them as free actions, but that's where I messed up.
Okay, just give yourself
that's
2
weird.
actions this
Okay.
turn then.
Well, what I was going to say is because I did the last attack it was a free, but it missed, so it didn't cost anything. But I will reload this turn, so I will play as though I played the attack, but it missed and didn't do anything.
Yeah,
so,
sounds good to me.
yeah, cool. So first action, I draw the implement. Second action, Lupin reloads, and then for the final action, this one that has just moved past Wilhelm, Lupin is going to take another shot.
Yes, okay, the one that's about 20 feet away from you.
Yes.
The one that's been hurt already. Go ahead and roll your attack roll.
Ooh, that's better. That's a natural 11 for 32.
32 is a hit.
Excellent. And that will be... Ooh, not an amazing roll. That is 13 points of damage.
Plus the
Yes.
10, yes. I have it, and it's working in Foundry.
It's working. Oh, hallelujah.
Okay, good
Excellent.
stuff.
That's turn.
All right, thank you, Lupin. Wilhelm, you are up. You are under the effects of Drain Luck.
I also have the persistent poison damage.
You
on
also
me,
have the persistent poison damage. Yeah.
Okay, so first action, Wilhelm is going to enter his dueling dance,
Ooh, kinky.
and for his what the fuck? For his second action, Wilhelm will he's gonna attempt. However, that's going to work.
Jason's just remembered something he should have done as well. I can
Yep.
see it on his face.
Yep.
Oh, I love it. It's a GM's favourite face.
Fuck.
Okay, we'll come back to that. Go on, Kimone.
He's gonna attempt to do a distracting feint or whatever it's called, the one that gives a -2 attack instead of to AC, against the creature stood right in front of him.
Okay,
which he
yes.
has not yet attacked.
Nope.
Okay, so that's going to be
Oh dear.
that's a 28.
Ooh,
against
28.
its perception DC.
Because it is frightened is a hit.
Oh wow.
Oh my god! Okay, so
Nice.
it has a -2 to hit against Wilhelm for its first strike next turn.
Okay.
And for his last action, he's gonna attempt a snagging strike against the same creature.
Ooh.
Come on.
Remember to roll twice.
That's 2 natural 9s.
Oh, okay.
34 total.
That's also a hit.
Nice. So it's flat-footed now until the beginning of Wilhelm's next turn.
Okay.
And it takes 21 points of damage.
Not bad at all. Good turn from Wilhelm.
Oh, and persistent damage, right?
Oh, yes. So you're going to take 2d8 persistent poison. Let me roll that for you now.
Wasn't it D6?
Oh!
Hold on.
Hang on.
Hold
it
on, let me
automatically
check
does.
this.
Oh, no, it's
I thought
2d6.
It was D6 is the...
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
dang,
Well, I rolled two
fuck.
8s or 2d8, so we'll count those as 6s, shall we?
Yeah, let's count those at 6.
I'm going to roll two 6s.
Fair, honestly.
Oh,
Okay.
2 5s.
Yeah, it's good, it's good.
Not far.
Okay.
So 10 points of poison damage and roll your recovery
Yes.
check.
That's a flat 15.
It is.
Come on. There!
17. Wilhelm
Well done.
shakes off the effects of the poison.
Hang on.
Lupin, what did you forget to do? Share weakness?
No, it's all good. I'm not going to give anything away because I can still do it next turn. It just would have been better to have done it last turn.
Okay, good to know. All right, well, it's Malachi's turn. Currently furthest away to the south near the water and singing a dirge of doom, keeping 2 of the creatures within the radius and keeping them at frightened 1.
Which he will continue to do.
Okay.
And he will continue to get more and more angry with his Dirge of Doom. And in his mind, he is so angry that he's been hit with this poison that he ends up bursting out of his mind onto the other creatures these movements, and without kind of really knowing it, he casts Telekinetic Rend.
Oh, okay.
And 2 bursts of this sort of mental energy kind of hit the 2 creatures to the north of him, these ghastly flowers, let's call it that.
Ghastly.
Ghastly.
Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen's entered the chat.
Absolutely.
Simply ghastly what you've done in this decor.
But Chris, are you amping these, or are these just...
I was going to amp this as well with a focus point. Yes, he's so angry that he's been hit and that they've hit him.
Okay, so you're going for slashing damage, and it's 2 5-foot bursts, which you're going to put on the 2 creatures that are
on the
nearest
2,
to you.
yes, I am.
It's a 2-action spell,
Yep.
Okay.
So 1 action to Dirge of Doom continue.
and they both make fortitude saves. So
Yes.
one of them passes with a 31, right on the DC, and one of them passes with a 36. So they both pass if you want to roll your damage.
Is it 5-foot burst? So he could
Yes.
typically place 1 here and get all 3 of them.
Am I in range?
60 feet.
Yeah, so I definitely am in range.
Okay, yeah, so all 3 need to roll then. Okay, fine. It's a natural
Crying
18
out
again for you.
Smashing those rolls.
So, the amped version of that, I don't know whether it automatically does it,
Okay.
but they increase by another d6 instead of just 1, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, so a total of 14 points
14
of bludgeoning
points.
damage.
To halved.
But
for all of them,
halved.
I guess.
So 7 points off each.
so annoying.
Wow.
At least
Yeah, great.
21 damage total. It's
Better than nothing.
fine, yeah. Completely fine.
Next up, thank you, Malachi, is
need to roll
Aaron.
mine.
Oh,
There
yes,
it goes.
48 persistent poison, 13 points for Malachi.
So,
Fails
so
his recovery
close.
check.
Second time.
So
second
close.
time that's happened. It was 14 last time as well.
Lovely stuff. Okay, all right, it is Aaron's turn. In the jungle with the creature.
So Aaron was just casting this shadow blast that just turned into a column of fire, and as it did so, you just this look of fear in Aaron's eyes as he realizes that he's shooting this fire, and he quickly just like shakes it off from his hands and maybe catches a glimpse of Lupin, just locks eyes with him. And he says, I'm gonna do, I'll try and slow them down.
Oh, God.
And
Boring
so he-
spell alert time, everybody.
I'm giving you a delicious flavor here, so why don't you just like enjoy that
Slurp it up.
succulent flavor? Yeah, I'm rolling this the slow spell at level 6, so that targets all 3 of them. So
Okay.
please roll fortitude saves.
Okay, here comes the top fortitude save. That's a fail. Here comes the second one. That is a pass. And here comes the third one. Ooh, 31.
Oh, that is a pass as well. So one that failed is slowed for 1 minute.
Yep.
And the one that passed those two are slowed for 1 round.
Got it.
So that is my first 2 actions, and then for my third action, Aaron is going to, I think, stay where I am, but cast shield.
Cast a shield. Okay, thank you, Aaron. And it is that creature's turn that you've just slowed. Not very pleased about it. Not that he probably knows what's going on. Can't imagine they've got a big brain, but he is going to swing out with his vines. Natural 2. 24.
That is a miss.
Okay, second attack. Natural 7 this time for 24. The same number.
That is also
Great
a miss. Aaron just
turn.
dodging it out of the way.
Okay, so he is no longer slowed. Okay, it's now the third Opalai's turn, the one that is closest to Wilhelm and to Malachi. He's going to roll a d6 to see who he wants to hit. And it's going to be Wilhelm. So here comes the vine. Natural 17 for 37. Does that hit?
Did you apply the -2 to hit?
Yes, I did.
Fuck. Yes, it hits.
Excellent. Okay. So here comes your damage. That's 20 points of bludgeoning damage. And again, I'm going to need that fortitude save, please.
Man, please. Okay.
Twice.
Yeah. Wilhelm's warding tattoo begins glowing once more. And
Ooh.
he takes a +1 on that fortitude save.
Oh, what did he roll?
Natural 17 for 37, but I forgot to roll the second one.
Oh.
So I'm gonna roll the second one now.
Yes.
It's a 26. Can I use my hero point?
You're currently under the effect of misfortune.
So
So-
you can.
Yeah,
it
so
would
that would
cancel
cancel
out,
out.
so you'd take the
So
first
I
one.
would take my first one, the 37.
Is that how it works?
Hero points are a fortune
It
effect.
genuinely is. Yeah, that is how it works.
Fair enough. Critical success from Wilhelm.
Yes.
And you are immune to that now for 24 hours.
Thank
Good
God.
use.
But it will take a second strike. Natural 8. That's going to critically miss.
Yes, and with that critical miss, Wilhelm is gonna attempt a counterattack.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Go ahead.
So that is going to be
Come on, Wilhelm.
a natural 18
Oh.
for 43 to hit.
Critical hit!
Yes! My hero!
That's a lot of dice.
That is a lot of
43
dice.
points of damage.
Yeah, that's a big hit. That does hurt the creature substantially. And with its final action, it screams, and tries to hit you again! With
It's
a
only got 2 actions.
23. It's only got 2
Yeah.
actions, so it can't. Okay. All
It
right.
would have been a crit fail regardless, so
Shh, don't hurt his feelings. Right, it's round 3.
It can't hear.
The creature near to Lupin. Can he reach from there? No, he cannot. So he's going to shuffle over. Shuffle over with his big planty feet. And strike out with the vine. Oh, no. I'm rolling like shit now. 27 to hit.
That's a miss. You used all your good rolls on those.
Oh,
fort
okay, I've
saves.
got one more in me. Come on.
No, you haven't.
No,
You're
you haven't.
slowed.
Oh, he's slowed as well. Oh, he's
He
still
is.
slowed. Okay, shh, don't hurt his feelings. Right, it is Lupin's turn.
It's going to be another 10 rounds of reminding you that you're slowed.
Yeah.
No, I've got it.
So
now. It's just him.
Lupin sort of ducks and dodges out of the way of the vine. This plant being a little bit slower. He reloads his pistol. That's his first action, and he takes aim at this creature that has just swung at him, and he aims right down the trumpet, So- which sounds far more sexual than I'd intended it to. I'd love to let's all just take a minute to reflect on that sentence. And
no.
there we
want
go.
to.
Lovely.
No.
Yeah. You're welcome,
Just
listeners.
no.
Ooh, that's a natural 15 for 36 to hit.
That's a big old hit.
Oh, lovely. That will be... Oh, that's a better damage roll. That's 18 points of damage.
Yeah, and plus the fire from your exploit has gone through. That creature is starting to look quite unwell.
Fuck's sake. You know the thing I said I was going to do?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to do it this turn as well.
Lovely.
Get your stuff together.
GM smiles. Jason, second action.
Okay, and then Lupin's third and final action, he draws a scroll from his belt.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't think Earthbind will work on these creatures.
I'm casting Skybind, mate.
See you.
Involuntary flight.
Yeah.
Can you do that to a creature? You could cast Fly on it and then like cast Gust of Wind or something, and off he goes.
God damn it! How did I play a level 17 wizard for that long and not think of that?
Baldur's Gate technique.
Yeah.
Right.
That is my turn.
It's round 3. It's Wilhelm's turn.
So first action, Wilhelm is gonna attempt a snagging strike against the no longer flat-footed creature in front of him.
Okay.
That will be a natural 13 for a 38 to hit.
Critical hit. Oh, hang on. Is he still off guard?
No, like I said.
Oh, sorry.
Don't do me like that, man.
That's a regular hit. Sorry, that's a hit. Got a lot going on.
That's 17 points of damage, but now he's off guard again.
Okay, decent though.
Second action is gonna be another hit,
Okay.
because why not?
Why not?
That's a natural 18 for a 38 to hit. This
That
time against off guard.
Is a critical hit.
Yes.
Nice.
Same numbers again.
Ooh, that's
Ooh, that's
59
big.
points of damage.
That's a really big hit. Yeah, it's looking really, really unwell.
What? It's still alive.
Just
Fuck. Okay. Should I risk it? Yeah, I'm gonna risk it. Wilhelm's gonna make a third strike at a -10 penalty.
go on then.
Crit machine.
Natural 9 for 24.
Right.
I saw the 19
It was
there.
just a miss.
Yeah.
That was close. All right, Wilhelm. Good turn.
okay,
Laid out a
that's
lot
done.
of damage there. How much was that? Nearly 80 points of damage. Malachi to the south. Dirge of Dooming. What do you do?
Yep. Still Dirge of Dooming. He's moved on to Chop Suey this time.
Okay.
And seeing sort of through the foliage, Aaron putting out this cone of fire through these two creatures. He grabs a hold of his guitar while he's playing, and also pulls out a shadow blast.
Oh.
As a 50-foot line, which will take it all the way up to the north creatures, and so I'll get to choose whether it's will or reflex. Interesting.
I think it depends on the damage type.
Yeah, if it's fire, it'll be
So it'd be reflex. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do
So
the one
can I
closest to
have
you
from-
for the reflex save. That's a fail with 26,
fail.
and the one to the north, nearest to Lupin, gets a pass with a 36.
That's okay. Here is your
Might be
damage.
enough. Might be
Only
enough.
5d8 this time.
That's gonna be enough. That's going to be enough.
24 points of fire damage.
Okay, that does kill the one nearest to Wilhelm.
Look at these pyrotechnics.
And the one to the north does take a hit, but is still up. It's that turn, Malachi.
That is my turn.
Thank you.
Should have gone for some Rammstein.
You're going to take
Yeah.
That pyrotechnic.
8 points of persistent poison damage. It's Aaron's turn.
So, seeing Malachi unleash this fiery blast and kill the neighboring plant, the one right in front of Aaron, he summons all of his harrow energy that's coursing through his veins, and he shoots an unraveling blast at the creature right in front of him. That's going to be a will save, please.
Here comes the
As I try
save.
to destroy one of its possible futures.
Come on.
That's a good roll.
Oh, that is a success, but only just. So you're going to take half damage.
Okay, this is mental damage. Oh, that's a lot of dice.
That's a lot of fours.
43 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah. And the
Half,
creature
so
takes
that would
half,
be-
so 21 points
21.
of mental damage. That's good. Thank you, Aaron. You've got one action left.
Yes, and then for my last action, Aaron is going to stay where he is, but draw a potion.
It is the creature nearest to you turn. He's going to get right up in your grill, shuffle forwards, and then he's going to attempt to vine you with a 36 to hit.
Oh, yes, that is a hit.
Excellent. Here's your damage. Not great. 17 points of bludgeoning. And I need the double fortitude save, please.
Okay. That is 26.
That's a fail.
And then the second fortitude save. Oh, I'm going to roll a hero point for it, please, because that was a 25. So I'm going to.
No. Because it's a misfortune. It's fortune effect.
Yeah,
So you take the first one, which would be a 6.
which is a 26 total.
Sorry, so it's immediately a misfortune effect on this first thing. Okay.
Yes. which
Sorry,
is,
I misunderstood that.
disadvantage.
No problem. So they're both fails. That means you're going to take 2d6 persistent poison, and for 1 round you must roll twice on all checks.
Okay.
Okay, and he has got 1 action left, so he will go again. With a natural 20!
Yeah.
Here comes the damage. 38 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch. Oh dear.
You're already under the
Yeah.
effects of the drain luck, so we'll leave that, I guess.
Aaron's not feeling great.
Creature next to Lupin's turn. He's
Okay,
looking very unwell.
Oh, that's super.
Here comes the vine attack. Oh, natural 2. He
That
can't
is
hit
super.
Lupin for
I'm
shit. Here comes the second. Natural 19,
Oh, now
though.
he can.
37 to hit.
That one will hit. Yep.
Okay, great. There's 23 points of damage. And I also need the
Spicy.
double fortitude save from the drain luck, please.
Yep. 1 second. Oof.
Oh.
That's a natural 2. So I will roll again because I could technically get a natural 1 hit.
You could, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
13. It's 22.
So 2d6 poison for you and for 1 round 2 checks. But it is your turn.
Yep. Lupin will reload his pistol because one's dead. This one's looking very unwell. The fireball scroll that I had prepared this morning. That would have been really, really useful to roll when all 3 of them were bunched up for 2 rounds.
Oh, awkward.
Yeah, awkward. It would have got Wilhelm, but yeah.
Everyone
he's,
looks so.
That's not how you spell Earthbind, Lupin.
Oops, silly me.
Oopsie.
So yeah, Lupin will drop the scroll on the floor, will reload his pistol, and will take aim at this creature that is looking decidedly unwell. I hope I get the kill because I've got a fucking killer.
Remember
pun
to
for
roll
this.
disadvantage.
It's all about the one.
It is absolutely all. The rest of you can die as long as I get a kill on one of these. I'm going for it.
Oh, that's good.
It's a natural
that's
18. I'm going to spend my hero point to remove the fortune effect, to remove the misfortune effect. So I will take that natural 18.
Okay, that is a hit.
Okay, just a hit.
Just a hit. You were 1 off.
Ah, annoying. Okay, so this is
Come on.
Oof. 14 points of damage plus the vulnerability.
It's still up.
Oh, no.
It's still up.
Don't
Furious.
do
It's still up.
Furious. Okay, so drop the scroll. Yeah, okay, it's 10. Oh no, hang on. The scroll was a free action, wasn't it?
Yeah, you have
Oh, okay.
one action still.
1 action left for Lupin.
Throw the pistol.
I'm just trying to work out if I've got anything I can do for that last.
You'd have to throw it twice.
No, there is nothing I can do that will do any damage for 1 action. Okay, yeah, no, Lupin will just reload his pistol.
All right, Wilhelm, you're up. You're next to a dead one, and one to the north of you is looking very unwell, and
Do
the one
not
next
touch it, it's
to
mine.
Aaron to the west is slightly looking quite a bit healthier.
Wilhelm having this burning plant creature in front of him, he doesn't even seem fazed by the flames in the slightest. He's almost stunned for a second, in a sort of shock as he sees the other creature here in the thicker parts of the jungle,
Yes.
wailing at Aaron, and his instincts just take over as he sprints toward Aaron to try and help him out. And as he does, as he actively disregards anything in his way, a small rune on his boots begins glowing as his boots of elven kind seem to activate almost automatically, giving him a +5 foot bonus to his speed.
Ooh.
And letting him ignore difficult terrain.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So he runs up right next to Aaron.
Yep, squeezes past the plant creature.
Right, yeah, in his defensive position, and begins counterattacking.
Here we go. Wilhelm's pissed off.
Number 1 is a natural 5 for 30.
That's a hit.
Okay, at least. So that's gonna be 24 points of damage.
Okay.
I think he's gonna spend 2 actions readying 1 action, which is as soon as that creature attempts to hit Aaron, Wilhelm is going to attack the creature.
So ready, you need 2 spare actions to do it.
Right, I need 2 actions to ready a 1 action.
Haven't you already
thing.
done 2 actions though? Move and strike.
Oh right, I moved.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, yeah, no. Then I'm gonna spend my 3rd action
Classic.
hitting it again.
Trying to hoodwink the GM at the end of the session. Everyone's tired. He wants that extra.
I'm tired as well, man.
I know.
That's a 31.
That is a hit though, Wilhelm. Well played. I'll just cut in that you hit again.
for 20 damage.
That's a good turn. You deal out 44 points of damage. Okay, down to the south, Malachi, who has been dirging for this entire combat.
Furious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here I am. So Malachi sort of skirts up around the beach and just nestles into some of the foliage so that he's in range of Aaron. He can just barely see him, but he can see him. And he shouts out, he sings a little, I don't know what he sings.
You gotta
He sings
stay on System of a
something.
Down now.
Yeah, what's the tune? One of the more mellow System of a Down tunes.
Well known for
to
those.
soothe.
It comes echoing through the trees, does it?
There's one. It comes
There's
echoing
one
through the trees. And by the time it gets to you, it's rather soothing rather than
You know what?
rather jarring.
I'm hearing a delightful melody whistling through these palms. It goes well with the plant trumpets. So
To give you some soothing effect, here we go. Level 6.
thank you. Ooh,
59 points.
thank you very much.
Okay, it is Aaron's turn. Oh, hang on.
Oh my
He
god.
takes 21
What?
points of persistent poison from 46.
3 5s and a 6 on 4d6.
He's
That's
been
incredible.
hit once this combat and he's almost dead.
And fails the recovery
for fuck's
roll.
sake.
Aaron, you are up.
So Aaron moves slightly just around the plant, still in the foliage.
As Aaron begins to move, Wilhelm tries to stop him and goes, "If you go, I cannot protect you."
So Aaron hears him and moves anyway. He says, I have to do this. I have to. And you see him, he's trying to prove it to himself as he's still summoning this shadow line again. Flames are appearing and you see him just steeling himself. His breathing's getting heavier. His anxiety is palpable, and he just shoots the shadow blast in a 50-foot line, bursting out from the forest and hitting both of the creatures.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, there we go.
Gonna steal your kill, Lupin.
I'm furious.
Reflex save.
I don't think
Furious.
Wilhelm finished the finger.
I'm trying to work out if there's something I can do to protect this thing.
Throw yourself in front.
Yeah.
Haven't you got
Just
a mirror?
use the
Yeah,
ambulance
where's your mirror?
reaction.
Scroll of counterspell in his hand. Okay, Aaron. So
Roll
they're
your
reflex saves.
Yes.
Okay, here's the first one closest to you with a 28.
Oh, that's a fail.
And the one to the
Craig.
north.
Natural 20. Natural 20, come on.
Oh,
That's a
no!
fail.
2 fails. Roll your damage.
Here comes the fire damage.
Ooh,
30
that's good.
points of fire damage.
Lupin, the one closest to you, goes down very hard in a burst of ashes and embers. And Aaron, the one closest to you, also goes down in a flame of embers. The entire Mwangi Expanse is on fire.
It's on fire.
So all of the creatures are dead, but Malachi is still very much poisoned, as is Aaron, as is Lupin. And just from the south, near the cave, you hear an almighty roar come bursting out. And the curtain comes down.
Livid.
Are you keeping that pun in your back pocket?
No, you don't deserve it. None of you again.
Lupin's had it now. You've been listening to Describe Your Kill, The Death of Destiny. Find out more at describeyourkill.com. Thank you to Paizo, Michael Gelfi, Creator Chord, Sirenscape, Kevin McLeod, Foundry, and Sigil Services. Get all the links on our website. This podcast uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. This podcast is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com.
I was going to go with what sort of plant pulls a surprise attack on someone?
Don't know.
I don't know.
An ambush.
That's good.
I'm so glad you didn't get that kill.
Oh, that's not and the curtains come down, so it's not going to make the edit either.
No,
It's-
gutted.
Yeah.